what you're seeing here. And it goes all the way down. They're doing all the East Coast Road. So it's probably about 10 miles of road that the Chinese are putting in. Anyway, I heard complaints from what people call themselves the loyal opposition in Barbados. I mean, the BLP complaining about the Chinese doing the work, but somebody came in and says, well, last time we got Barbadians to do it, the work was done shoddy, it cost so much to do the work. And it took so many years to do it. So they had to recognize that fact. But what happens in a situation like this is that you get the local construction company do it. That when the contract goes out, it goes to somebody in Canada or in England, and then they draw up the plans. They draw up the plans, and then you know how construction is. It's one of the most. That's how you launder money. Hey, I hear sound coming from. Anyway, I have to stop here one day and see if they're back. Or who's living here, because I don't see family car, but I hear sound coming from the house. Anyway. Yep. The money goes out of the country to somebody in England or Canada. And gets redistributed. Now that money is borrowed now. So back to what I was talk to you about in my last video. The money is borrowed. And then whoever here in the government is getting their cut goes into an account somewhere else. But now that the Chinese is doing the job, I will see how long it takes and how well it's done. And then we'll make a video about it again. But just about every road in Barbados looks like this. And mind you now, there's a government entity that has the equipment to build and maintain these roads. Where does the money go to? The same game that they play in England, France, Germany, the US, played here. The opposition comes in, and when there are two parties. Well, one party with two hands, the one man, two hand party. One comes in, no plans for anything, and they do nothing. So the people get upset and vote them out. After they said, well, we first 5 years, they said, well, we have all these things to do, we got plans to do, and here are the plans. So you gotta give us another 5 years so we can complete the plans. Another 5 years, plans not completed. People vote them out. Now, next party comes in, say, okay, we got plans. 5 years passed, they say, we didn't accomplish it in the 5 years, so give us 5 years. So now it's 20 years, 10 for each party. Nothing's done. Well, lost my power, so I had to recharge, and as the Jamaican says, a brother says, wine and come again. See this? Avocado, pears in Barbados. And as I was saying earlier, both parties engaged in this bobbing and weaving and ducking and, backing up and not doing anything. When one is in power, the others blame, the one in power blame the past administration for not doing anything, and the one that's past administration is saying, look at this, people are not doing anything. Now, mind you, they borrowed money to build that road. And 10 years down the road is not built. The next administration has to come in and borrow money to build the road. Where did the money go? Sounds like Africa doesn't. Just forget though, African roots. Doing the same thing for the same people, Barbados is a place where all the resources that were left by the British, maybe the power company, the water company, the road building, or whatever, has been sold off in order to get loans that are now, when they come due, they have to make another loan to pay off the loan. Go back and watch my videos about Ghana and Gambia too, doing the same thing. Ghana borrowed 3 years, borrowed some money, $3 billion for 3 years. 3 years later, can't pay it back. Well, not 3 billion. The first time it was 150 billion. Now it's 3 billion. When this one comes due in another year and a half, it's going to be 6 billion they're going to borrow. And this is not to build things that are going to manufacture anything, to create work, and that's to pay the government workers, president, all of that. To get these loans, they have to sell off resources. That's the way it works. But anyway, let me show you something real quick. These are the trees that, I mean, been growing on this land for years, many, many years. That shows you avocado trees this morning. The avocados are growing, falling off. Mango trees, banana trees, avocado pears, we call them in Barbados, breadfruit trees, coconut trees in the back. You know what these are already. The young ones are coming out. Growing everywhere. Just have to throw the seeds there and it grows. Look at this. About 40 to 50 in each bag. Look at the size of these. And now, I got about 100 inside my house. I'm going to show you later. Look at all of this. All this turmeric back there, coconut, bananas. Here and around the other side of this building right here. This building was built to house animals and pigs and chickens. About 5,000 chickens and 60 something pigs. This tree, we just harvest this much from this tree. All right? And what's up there right now is more than we have here. This branch fell off the tree this morning and all of that fell off that tree. Breadfruit, trees full, breadfruit, trees full, avocados, tree full, coconuts in the back. And my dad is not the only one who got these things. Everyone around here has them. These guys right here are the one picking the pears. And my uncle, my great uncle, my dad's uncle actually, he usually have that land next door planted, but he can't do it anymore. So, when I left here, went to Gambia with the plan of staying there and creating this. Recreating this. People, when I tell people the obstacles that I face, they'll say, no, you know, Gambia is this and Gambia is that. Okay. But that's what I went to create in Gambia. It's funny that we left Gambia to take a trip to introduce the little one to our family. And in the time that I'm gone, the same people who used to work for me and pretend to work and not work and, you know, waste time and my phone rings and hey, who is this? So, hey, there, mister, I'm having this problem. Things are really bad in the Gambia. What do you want me to do? If you were working for me, I would have helped you. But you're not. You didn't want to work. Plant the trees. And all these people had to do is water the trees and they would have grown. Almost 1,000 trees died. $50,000 in trees. So, you don't understand. Can you explain it? You know, if you come, like as I always say, when you come to Gambia, you go live in Senegambia, you sit behind your walls, life is good. But if you're planning on doing something, just ask Bags. Watch their videos and see what kind of issues they're facing, dealing with every day. But anyway, that's the way it is. But for me, I'm came to Gambia thinking I can create something, and you run into the same obstacles because the government is not. The government is not saying, hey, we want to manufacture things that we can export and earn hard currency to take care of our people. The government's no. Government in Barbados, same thing. Same thing. Same issues we face. All of these avocados should be packed, exported. Breadfruit packed and exported. 300 million people in Europe, Canada, places where they don't grow these things. Anyway, government here in Barbados is complaining about, you know, young people don't have any work, and so you're not doing anything to create to create the opportunities. Because if the opportunities are man will, it's like there are, I don't know how many thousands of cars in Barbados now. 50,000 cars, this estimate. Need mechanics for all these cars. How many mechanic shops do you have in Barbados that you can go to? Not many. Because if they're trained people, you have the opportunity to be trained to be a mechanic. The pay is very good. Would somebody rather sit down and go hungry or become a mechanic? When I was growing up a kid in Barbados, there used to be a mechanic shop in every neighborhood, sometimes 2 or 3. Used to be a cabinet maker in Barbados. Every neighborhood had one. Can't find one now. That's the process, you know. America went through that. They closed all the technical schools in America to force people into college. Now you got so many college graduates and no technicians. No technicians now. The current administration is trying to get people to go into technical, create more technical schools. Now they're trying to turn 2-year colleges to teaching technical issues. Technical like plumbing and carpentry and all that. what has happened in the meantime now, you have houses being printed, as they call it. But you still need people to set up those machines, program those machines, and so forth. Training people. So, the government in Barbados is sitting on their hands. They're watching what's going on in the rest of the world. And they're just sitting back, doing nothing. African governments, same thing. If you loan a man $1,000 to build a machine shop, mechanic shop, somewhere in the Gambia, he's not going to be repairing cars on the road, blocking the road. I've seen cars stay on the road for a month, blocking one lane of a 2-lane road, until the person got the part from Germany or wherever to come and put it into his car. And you got government officials driving that road every day. Can't figure out, hey, you know, if we provided the environment for these people to grow, shoot, you're creating massive amount of labor, not to mention the taxes that can be, you know. But what can you say? The trees. I figure in Gambia, I plant the trees and I pay the people in the village to look after them, and they're going to benefit from it. The work is not difficult. And I paid them more than all the Indians paid them. I paid twice what the Indians were paying them. And when they went to work, they came to me, they want to leave the Indians and say, hey, we want to leave the place where we work and we want to work for you. Okay, come on. When they come to work for me, I'll show up at 11 o'clock in the morning. They're supposed to start working at 8. When I show up, everybody is sitting down. Nobody is moving until I show up. And I did it to see who I'm dealing with. That's how you learn people. People, that the promise I made, I'll take care of you. But you gotta do the work. I hire you to do this work. People will people will come here, come to work, spend 5 minutes in the work. Say, I'm feeling sick. Okay, go home, no problem. That's how easy that was. No, I'm not that easy anymore. Buying equipment. I'll operate the equipment, bring one of my sons or 2 of my sons. We'll run the place, all mechanized. And the 30 people that I used to hire in the village are now out of work. Nobody is getting paid. The money is staying in my pocket. Well, I was willing to share it. But mentality, the culture. Anyway, me, I love this. And like I said, I wanted to create this in Gambia. Recreate this. And not just to benefit me, but benefit the village where I bought the land. because I didn't see anything like it there. Nevertheless, we do what we have to do. Now, some people might say, hey, you're complaining, you're crying. No, 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 I'm not. See, somebody is going to see this video. Some Lebanese or Indian or somebody else, Caucasian. I have to laugh because I see a Caucasian woman come from England, made baobab oil, cooking oil now, baobab cooking oil, and was selling it. Gambians live around baobab trees. Africans in general live around baobab trees for years, thousands of years. Avocado trees for thousands of years don't make avocado oil. Coconut trees for thousands of years. Coney is so prevalent in Gambia. No coney oil, no coney flour. Somebody will see my video and come and start put it into practice what I'm talking about. And the Gambia will complain about him owning the land. Why all these foreigners owning land? But they sold their land to buy an old Mercedes from Europe that the Europeans trying to get it rid of. And when it breaks down, they don't have land or car. The mentality. Have to change it. And people don't change unless the government encourages it. When the government does something like that is when people change. Breadfruit, beers, we get them, loads of them, bags of them. Anyway, wherever you are, have a great day. Peace.